afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining us for this webinar today on how to voice enable EMIS Web. Just to give you an idea of the format. So obviously, brief introduction now, and then we'll be looking at case study of one of the clients. I'll be performing a demo of the software in EMIS. During that time, obviously, if anybody sort of wants to raise any questions, please do, and we can have a look at that at the end. Okay, so who are we? Right, who are Crescendo? So we are the elite partners of Dragon. We're also part of the EMIS Web program, and have been for a few years now. We are the largest provider of speech recognition today in the UK, and we are a global company with a UK division, and we can boast that we have over 2,500 healthcare sites across the world. So why speech enable EMIS Web? Well, a lot of our clients report back to us that they actually save themselves up to an hour a day. Other feedback we get is how substantially the improvement of quality and quantity of documentation, which obviously with shared records and what have you is really important today. But also during the demo, you'll see how you can set up auto texts to enhance the time saving aspect of the system. And obviously, you're more than welcome to join the tens of thousands of other healthcare workers using Dragon. So I'm going to move on. This is Dr. Barry Solomon from Balham Health Centre, one of our clients, and he's one of the guys that has made quite a few sort of the way that Dragon's helped him. So I'm just going to click and we'll play this one through.
My name is Barry Solomon. I'm a GP in East London. I use Dragon Dictate for my digital triage as well as in EMIS, and as well as for Teams, and as well as for my emails. Dragon Dictate really delivers to me benefits, I think, on 4 different areas. The first area, which everybody's telling you about, is the saving of time. That's true, because instead of having to type something, you just speak it, and every time you do that, you're saving 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Once you're dealing with, say, 30, 40 digital requests, that easily racks up the time together. So there's no doubt that you're going to save an hour. That's beyond doubt. But really, for me, it's not the time savings that are the benefits of this system. For me, the benefits from this system are primarily that when I complete a consultation, I'm a touch typist, so I can type 50 to 60 words per minute, and I've been doing it. I've been typing for 15 years. But I've noticed that when I use Dragon Dictate, what happens is that part of my brain that I didn't realize was controlling my fingers is freed, and I can just concentrate on the clinical issues. I can just concentrate on trying to join the dots together, trying to understand what is actually wrong with this patient and what should I do about them. And because I'm able to focus my mind and not waste it typing, the comment section in EMIS is not only verbose, it's much more clearer to others, and it also allows me to formulate my plans and formulate my thinking, and the quality of the consultation improves. So for me as a clinician, I know that my consultation quality has improved because about 15% of my brain that was typing is now, all of my mind is just thinking. I'm just completely thinking, and whatever I want to say, I just type it and I speak it, and it gets typed.
There you go. That was a little bit about the system from Dr. Barry Solomon. So I'm now going to log into Dragon. Basically, there's 2 types of speech recognition, medical speech recognition available. There's the Dragon Medical one, which is the one that I'm going to be demonstrating today, which is the cloud-based version of the software. And we also have Dragon Medical Practice, which is the locally loaded version of Dragon. Okay. Explain a little bit about the differences after the demo. So I just simply log in via an icon on my desktop. And when you log in, the system brings up what we call that speech bar. And I'll explain a little bit about some of the menus on the speech bar shortly. So we'll then call up EMIS. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a consultation. And I'm going to use what we call some navigational tools using my voice. So rather than having to click on my keyboard, I can actually talk to EMIS, tell it where I want to start dictating, and navigate my way through the consultation. So first thing I'm going to do is say, problem. Patient presented in surgery with malaise and joint pain over the last week, full stop. Enter history. He is known to have suffered bouts of rheumatic fever in the past, full stop. Enter examination. Splinter hemorrhages of his nail beds and red cells on urine microscopy, full stop. Blood cultures confirm Streptococcus viridans infection, full stop. Enter procedure. Blood pressure. Code that. 135. 85. New line. On examination colon. New line. Normal heart examination. Enter family history. There's a family history of osteoporosis, full stop. So I'm just going to switch off the mic and obviously just explain a little bit of what we did there. So probably one of the first things you've noticed is, one, I was able to code the blood pressure, and two, I didn't dictate cardiac exam revealed, the PMI, etc. I used what we call a voice command. And this is a couple of trigger words to action a standard piece of text. Very, very simple to set up within the system. In fact, I did decide today that that was exactly after I'll just run through and show you how you can do these very, very easily. So up on the menu section here, we have manage auto texts. I'm going to hit the plus key. Slide that over. There we go. So how we add. So first of all, I need to enter the command that I want to use to display the text. Viral sore throat. And then going to move the cursor into the content box. And when I action viral sore throat, this is what I would like to appear in my notes. Likely viral, no indication for antibiotics, comma. To start on fluid analgesia as required, comma. Review if no better or worsening symptoms, full stop. So I'm simply going to apply, close, switch on my mic, new line, viral sore throat. And there, I've just added myself a nice simple voice command. One question that normally crops up at this stage is, what if I wanted to say viral sore throat during my consultation notes? Will it put in the text, or will it actually understand that it's something that I want to dictate? Well, Dragon just intelligently kind of knows whether it's a command or not, typically by the style of dictation. So again, if I wanted to use viral sore throat during a consultation, new line, the patient presented with symptoms of a viral sore throat, new line, viral sore throat. And as you can see, just by a natural short pause and then me actually saying the command, it understands that it's something that I wanted to do rather than something that I want it to say. Okay. So another question, again, that normally crops up is, okay, this is great. How are we going to deal with referral letters? Again, no hard and fast rule here, but it is possible to use, say, the word wizard in EMIS or a template and dictate directly into those. But more often than not, GPs are just used to dictating, and then that dictation obviously goes through to admin to be dealt with, transcribed. So generally speaking, GPs aren't used to using the word wizard, and of course that could impact on their time. So one option on handling referrals is to use a task. Is an option available. So we can give it a task type, we can task it through to admin. And then in the notes section, you can dictate the body of the text. So if we were to do an example here, referral to cardiology, full stop, new paragraph. Dear colleague, comma, new paragraph. Mr. Jones is a 74-year-old gentleman who presented in surgery this morning with hypertension, comma, blurry vision and central chest pain, full stop. Episodes normally last 3 to 4 minutes, and on occasions he complains of pain radiating down his left arm, full stop, new paragraph. I would be grateful if you could see him in your clinic as soon as possible, full stop, new paragraph, sign letter. So that obviously is an option. When we send that through to admin to deal with, they can actually do the document launch or the template launch. And then rather than transcription, this becomes like a copy and paste type exercise. So it does, obviously, then you get the added benefit of saving time in the back office. One thing that I will highlight at this stage is the unfortunate fact that EMIS don't have a minimize option on the task. And as many of you will know, if I now wanted to go and check medication, history, I can't actually move away from the task. So within Dragon, there is a tool to get over that issue, which I'll demonstrate to you now. So if I was to cancel this, so if I'm actually aware of the fact that rather than just dictating into a task, I might need to go and check, like I say, medication history or anything like that, I can use this tool. Open dictation box. Referral to cardiology. Full stop, new paragraph. Dear colleague, comma, new paragraph. Mr. Jones is a 74-year-old patient who presented in surgery this morning with hypertension, comma, blurry vision and central chest pain, full stop. However, I now want to go and look at Mr. Jones's medication or any other area. Wake up, EMIS. Thank you. I can now go check if I need to, medication, etc. Switch back on, new paragraph. Episodes normally last 3 to 4 minutes, and on occasions he complains of pain radiating down his left arm, full stop. Select 3 to 4, 7 to 8. Select 74, 75. That just gives you an idea of how you can make any amendments to your dictation if you need to. So now I'm going to go back into the consultation area, create my task, a verbal instruction, transfer text. And as you can see, the text just goes directly into the task there. And the nice thing about this is it then closes the dictation box if you've got nothing historical to go and clear up after you've instructed it, just to transfer its job done. New paragraph, sign letter. And I can task that straight through to admin to deal with for me. Okay. One of the other nice things about the demo product is If I now need to go off to, maybe I'm hot desking, maybe I'm off to the branch surgery, or possibly I want to work from home. Well, obviously you can access the software from any location. The problem more often than not is, do I need multiple hardware devices like headsets or microphones? Have I forgotten to take it with me? The nice thing about DMO is there is an application which allows you to turn your smartphone into a microphone, because typically we don't forget our phones. So there is the option of PowerMic Mobile, which, like I say, you've always got your phone with you. You just switch on an application and you can use your smartphone as a dictation device. Okay, so that's a quick presentation of DMO in EMIS Web. So I'm now just going to bring PowerPoint back up. So I mentioned that we have two versions of the software. So Dumpy, as we like to affectionately call it, DPME is Dragon, oh, DMPE even it should be, is Dragon Medical Practice Edition. Again, this is the one which is loaded directly on your PC. It is licensed to an email address, so you are allowed to load the software in multiple devices. Okay, so that's the on-premise version of the software, which is priced as an individual license. Okay, whereas the version you've seen here today, which is Dragon Medical One, is the latest cloud-based medical speech recognition software. That is being cloud-based, it's constantly using Microsoft Azure services, and therefore it's a subscription type purchase. Okay, obviously we can discuss pricing and provide quotes, etc. as we go. So lastly, anybody can have a free trial of either version of the software. You just need to obviously let us know. Typically, just to explain what we would do is, if you want a trial, we produce you a proposal which is subject to your free 30-day trial. So your installation, especially with the cloud version, is very, very quick and easy. It's a one-click installation. Again, with the cloud-based version of the software, during your trial, it's possible to produce a report so you can measure who's been using it, how much, whether they're using commands. So it kind of, you can really get a good look at the return on investment potential during your trial. Opportunity to boost and maybe clear some backlogs during a trial. I am getting a lot of GPs reporting back to me now that referrals are going through the roof now that things are easing. And as I mentioned, there is the one device, any location option of the PowerMic app for your smartphone. Okay. So if anybody wants to post any questions, that'll be great. I'm going to stop the share and see if we've got any Q&As coming in. Okay, so if anybody has got any questions, or if I invite my colleague, just Olivia, do you think there's anything that I might have missed? Oh, here comes the question.
Cool, yeah, you've got one in the chat,
yeah,
got one in Q&A.
Yeah. After the trial, how much will this cost? Okay, so let's talk about, there is two versions. The annual subscription version, which is the cloud, okay, is an annual subscription. and the cost of that is £699 per annum. Okay. Dragon Medical Practice Edition, which is the locally loaded version of the software, which, as I did say, you can load it in multiple devices, is a license cost. Again, pricing is scalable. We can talk about numbers of licenses. But for example, one license for one user is £999, and then there's an annual subscription cost of £180. Okay, so another question here. Hi, thanks for that. Is the app free? PowerMic Mobile is, again, just to make sure that everybody understands, PowerMic Mobile is available for the cloud version only, and it comes at a cost of £5 per month. So there is a small charge involved if you want to use the app. But obviously, if you are using it in multiple locations, then I will cover that in a sec. You know, the cost of an app as opposed to buying multiple hardware devices is obviously a bit of a no-brainer. Okay, regarding the cloud-based option, is any patient information stored on your servers? No, is the answer to that. We don't store any patient information. It's fully sort of IG SOC, and we can provide documentation. Obviously, the DMO version is used in large hospital environments, so the security sort of aspect around is covered, and like I say, we can provide documentation on that. Does it work with other software, e.g. AQRX? Sorry. Yes, it does. Golden rule here, and that is actually a very, very good question. Typically, any application where you have a cursor active, you can use speech recognition. Okay, so we're not just talking about EMIS, patient notes and things like that. We're also talking about handling email, pretty much any application. So yes, certainly in AQRX, you can use it in there. That's one of the areas where Dr. Solomon found it quite useful. It's for use in those sort of things. Okay, sorry, I missed the cost for the cloud-based version. The cloud-based version is £699 per annum, subscription-based. Question here, does the software need to be trained with your voice? If so, how long would this take? Another fantastic question. Historically, that was the case. However, with both versions of the software today, there is no need to train with your voice. It's load the software, switch on and go, and you will get accuracy rates like you were seeing during a demonstration. There is no voice training option at all now. The cloud-based, is it £699 per user? Yes, it is correct. Question from Mandy there, thank you. So it is a per user. Can it be used in eConsult? Yes, again, any application with an active cursor. Even if you come across an application which isn't supported by voice, what it will automatically do is recognize the fact that it cannot type in that application. It would automatically bring up the dictation box to allow you to dictate, and then you just use the transfer text option. So typically you can use it in any application.